Did you know that almost 13% of Brazil's land is already turning into desert? And this number keeps growing. It might sound like an exaggeration, but what if I told you that Brazil could become a desert before 2100? Welcome to GeoWorld. Today, you'll understand why this threat is more real than it seems. Desertification isn't just about turning into a giant sandy desert like the Sahara. It's a silent and devastating process where the land loses its ability to sustain life. It starts with vegetation disappearing, the ground cracking, and little by little, that fertile land begins to die. But why does this happen? Check this out: deforestation, wildfires, poor farming practices, overuse of pesticides, and the one thing that makes it all worse: climate change. Between 2008 and 2020, Brazil lost over 4 million hectares of native vegetation in its driest areas. That's like losing the entire state of Connecticut. Gone. This isn't a future threat. It's already happening. Today, parts of Brazil's semi-arid northeast, like Piauí, Bahia, Ceará, and Paraíba, are seeing deserts slowly take over. And it's not just a visual change. Crop yields collapse, incomes vanish, and thousands are forced to migrate to urban centers just to survive. The so-called polygon of drought now covers over 1,200 municipalities, and many of them are already experiencing severe desertification. This directly affects more than 30 million Brazilians. Now imagine living in a place where it doesn't rain for months, your crops are dying, and your only water source is a dried-out pond. Now imagine this happening everywhere. If nothing is done, regions like the Cerrado and even southern parts of the Amazon could follow the same path. We're talking about a collapse in agriculture, rural economies, and Brazil's entire environmental balance. Brazil is one of the world's biggest food producers. If our lands turn infertile, this won't just affect us. Global food supply and hunger levels could spike. Millions of Brazilians could become climate refugees in their own country. And here's where it gets even more serious. The Amazon works like a massive heart, pumping moisture across the country. These so-called flying rivers, air currents full of water vapor, bring rain to the south, southeast, and central west of Brazil. If the forest is destroyed, that system collapses. And without rain, even wet regions can start to dry out. What seems like a distant problem becomes a nationwide crisis. And it could happen much faster than we think. Now, the most important part? There's still time to act. Reforestation projects like Projeto Sertanejo and 1 Million Cisterns are already showing that we can recover degraded areas and guarantee water access even in dry regions. Regenerative agriculture is another smart solution. Instead of exploiting the soil, it strengthens it. And above all, education and awareness. When communities understand their impact and what they can do to help, real change begins. With public policies, technology, and people working together, we can stop this. Brazil's future doesn't have to be one of sand, cracks, and mass migration. But the decision starts now. If this video made an impact on you, share it, show it to someone, and subscribe to GeoWorld